Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee with Kristen. I'm so excited to be here. We have some exciting shows to talk about. Let's get started. Our first show that will be airing today is Elder Talk, which is geared towards people who are nearing retirement. They provide intelligent answers for those who are thinking about their future. On today's episode, they are asking the question, do we ever really retire? And if you think about it, in today's world, who do you know in your life that turned 65 and just completely stopped doing everything? Usually someone gets a hobby or gets a part-time job or just does something different. I was actually thinking about this the other day because I hired a sitter for my 6-month-old. And it's this lovely woman, and she actually used to be a dancer on Broadway, and she has since retired. And now she picked up a little side job where she babysits for kids in her town. And I was thinking about what that might look like for myself. Like, what would I do when I retire? What would my secondary job be? The idea of retirement has completely changed because back in the day when people were working in factories and on farms, they would get to a certain age and they physically couldn't work anymore. And not to mention life expectancy was much shorter. Now we're living 30 years longer than we used to back then. So when we hit 65, that retirement age, there's still so many years left of life. And so many people are doing mental jobs now. And so if your mind is still well and healthy, you can continue working for many, many years to come. Because we're not working on farms our whole lives, our bodies are preserved and we're able to do physical activities sometimes well into our 90s. So what does that look like for you? Have you thought about it? I haven't put that much thought into it, and this episode really raised the question, what are you going to do when you retire? And can you really call it retirement? Our next show is Options for Rookies. Okay, if you are into buying and selling stocks and you want to take that to the next level of buying and selling stocks, this show is for you. And I'm not gonna lie, it is a little over my head. But thankfully they have 17 episodes and they're really breaking it down episode to episode. So we all of us have to stick with it together, and we will. And we're gonna be experts by the end of the 17 episodes, trust me. This isn't for everybody. This show is really for people who want to learn advanced concepts for trading in the stock market. Thank you everyone for joining me this week on Coffee with Kristen. Be sure to tune in tomorrow to our first episode of The Wind Down, where we recap the topics that were covered this week and make it relatable to everyday life.